My friend Richard was the recipient of the Donald Trump calendar, but he was reluctant to hang it up in his office. I guess it's like hanging up a picture of Jesus at work. Probably no one's actually going to say anything, but it probably would make some people uncomfortable. We live in a pluralistic society. I'm not saying that President Trump is Jesus, but most of what passes as socially acceptable has more to do with what's in fashion than any strong personal conviction. The world can seem very political, but God didn't create us as political beings. He created us as free beings. And if you're not comfortable hanging up that calendar in your office, well, then I guess we know which world you're living in. Welcome. Welcome to Conservative Coffee Hour. I'm Stanley Smith. At Conservative Coffee Hour, we're navigating into the new year and we're back on the topic of messaging and branding. In this week's call, we talked about the importance of having a strong message and brand above and beyond the current election cycle. This is a risky topic. We get beat up over and over again whenever we drift off the topic of winning the next election. In some ways, that could be seen as a way of keeping us from actually getting anywhere. But sometimes losing the battle to win the war can be more important. And what is the battle and what is the war? The battle is the current election cycle, and the war is the larger cultural war. As we enter 2024, we didn't have a baby new year here at Conservative Coffee Hour. Instead, we had Carol Swain, who came in with a message and a brand. Carol Swain is the writer, author, and professor whose work was supposedly plagiarized by Harvard president Claudine Gay. More important than the topic of plagiarism is having Miss Swain in the spotlight because she brings an important message and brand. And she's not afraid to hang that calendar up in her office. She made the same study of Black history and representation in America that Claudine Gay did, but she came to a very different conclusion. Her conclusion is that the state and secular humanism is not the answer, but God and traditional American values are the way. Wow, that's kind of a tough sell. Or is it? Lily Tomlin, way back in the 70s, made the joke about how 97% of the people in the world are kind, loving people. And the other 3% are psychopaths who we elect to office. Yes, we do. We live in a pluralistic society, but that doesn't mean we need to be ruled by the 3%. On this week's call, initiatives were shared to shape and direct the narrative and to work at the local level to give voice to the true majority of people in this country. Perhaps not everyone wants to put a President Trump calendar up in their office, but they want to be free to put up whatever calendar they like. And we want to do so because God has ordained us to be free, a free people. And that has nothing to do with politics. If you would like to join us at Conservative Coffee Hour, Conservative Coffee Hour is every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time on Zoom. I will include my email in the description of this video. I'll be happy to send you an invitation. And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.